Hi, this is Cindy with Small Space Farming. Today I'm going to talk about the different growth mediums that exist when you're trying to do things hydroponically or just starting plants inside. If you're going to be putting plants in a grow box and you're going to be starting the seeds there, you can just use soil. But if you're going to be doing starter plants and then transferring them out, there's some other options that you can do. The first one is good old rock wool. Rock wool has been around for a long time from the hydroponic community. It looks like this. It's what we started in the tower garden the first time that we started it back up because we had it and it's convenient and we weren't planning anything. Rock wool holds water, and that's why people really liked it. But it's becoming not as acceptable for a number of reasons. The main one being that it could be getting the fibers could get into your lungs and your eyes, and it's not good for you. So when I used it, after I read that, I was using a mask just to protect my lungs. The other big thing is it's not biodegradable. I found one of my rock wools out of an earth box I was cleaning out to get ready for my next plantings, and this box hadn't been used for like 3 or 4 years, and this is what it looked like. It's this hard, old, nasty thing. It's never going to go back into the earth. It's always going to be like this. The reason for that is because it's made out of rock, basalt rock, in fact. One of the most common rocks on the earth. How it gets converted from this to this is they heat it up really hot, they spin it into fiber, and then that fiber is turned into hydroponic plugs or even insulation that they use around. So that, because it's a rock, it's always going to be this, and it's going to be in our landfills. So that's another reason not to use rock wool if you have a choice, although it does hold water really well. The other option, and this is what I'm growing my plants in right now, that I got my starter plants in, is peat moss. Peat moss is great because you can put it in the tower garden, just in the little cup, pop it in, or into any of the vertical dirt gardens or into the earth boxes or anything. It transplants wonderfully well because the plants have the roots in here, so they're not getting disturbed. You're not having to break it out of the plastic containers if you're just growing them in dirt and moving them. You don't have to rinse them off if you're going to put them into a hydroponic situation. So that's why I like the peat moss. The peat moss, the downside on it is that they come out of peat bogs. Peat bogs are slow-growing marshes, and there's not a whole lot of them out there. Where we get most of our peat moss in the United States is out of Canada. A lot of the CO2 gets held into the bogs, so there's a really good reason that we want to protect the peat bogs. In fact, UK is making using peat moss illegal by the year 2030 approximately. So at some point we may not be able to use peat moss, and it's not a bad thing. The next option we have, and this will be what I'll use the next time in my experiments, is cocoa coir. It's from coconut. They take the husks of coconut, and so it's a renewable product. As long as you can grow coconut, you can get more husks. And they grind up the fibers, and then they make them into different materials to be used for gardening. So you can get it where it looks like dirt, or you can get the pellets that expand, so you can put the seeds in them, and then you can start your plants in those, and then just gently take them out and put them wherever you're going to. They, along with the peat moss and the rockwood, also really retains water a whole lot better than soil. So that's why people like to use these especially for starters, because you don't have to keep watering. I mean, you do have to water them, but not like what you do with dirt. So those are the 4 growing mediums that are out there. Hope this helps, and hope to see you soon. Thanks and take care. Bye-bye.